Hello and welcome to Castle Ravenloft for our level 14 episode of Trials of the Tempest. Sitting here in this cosy little corner of Van Richten's tower and feeling rather good about life in general, to be honest. I certainly didn't expect to be in this situation um, just a few levels later from suffering some ignominious defeat. So how did we get from getting our asses well and truly handed to us in Tear of Dakan to storming through Ravenloft with Peter Gabriel's sledgehammer ringing in our ears? I think we could put it down to this Tier 5, this Dance of Death. Not just that, it's the all the pieces coming together, but that I would say is the cornerstone. That's the AoE potential, and that's what really makes the whole thing tick. For while that's going, you can hit three things, or up to three things if there are three things in front of you, rather than just one. And bear in mind that's hitting three things with any attack that you choose to do for those 10 seconds. Be that a special one. I mean, you can. I have tried and it does work. You can hit three with the exposing strike, and then presumably follow up and hit all three with the tendon cut if they're still around. One of the biggest and most awesome examples I can give you of that, if you know the Amber Temple quest, which we've just done recently, the relocated fixed place for the first scroll piece down there at the bottom now, guarded by that golem. Well, a couple of reapers popped out and joined the golem in attacking us. So I went straight for the boosts and the Dance of Death, and then hit the exposing strike. All three of them got bluffed, and all three of them got torn to pieces by our follow-up attacks. I'm not saying we didn't take punishment, we did. We ended up with less than half health, but they all died before we did, and that's what the builders become very proficient at doing. Provided I kill them before they kill me, I can top up the healing afterwards, and that's happy days. It wasn't happening that way before, and that's why we were suffering so many deaths. So yeah, just like all the pieces coming together, and suddenly you can see why they call this thing the Tempest. You hit that haste boost, and you start slashing. You just start carving things up. Things start melting. The two golems at the end of the servants quest on the second load of Ravenloft quest, the level 11s. There's a servants something or other, ending with two big golems up at the top there. Well, I'm guessing I know the sword helped the meta line, so we were getting orange numbers instead of yellow. They weren't resisting the damage, but we were also getting crits from the precision that we have, and they were getting carved up, to be honest. Just like most other things, the two hags in that same quest, they got torn to pieces, and they've often given me troubles as a caster. So that does feel very good, especially as unlike, let's say, the Warlock, who from level 3 is sort of slinging AoE all over the place, and it's just like a steady progression. This has been anything but. We've struggled our bollocks off, basically, haven't we, to level 12, and now we've suddenly just caught fire, and it's been really, really good. Spells taken at 14. We got the resist energies, which for somebody like me who never seems to be able to get back too often for the Fialan buffs is good. I mean, it doesn't help that we have to mess about, to do the teleporting. If I could teleport properly, I might just do it more often. But as it stands, I have to swap the glasses, I have to mess about giving us greater heroism, and even then, I haven't got a 100% chance to do a teleport scroll. So we've got the resists. We've also got freedom of movement, huge for us because we didn't have it on the gear, and we don't have the eternal flask that gives it. So very happy with the spell acquisitions at this level. No new gear to report. I was considering adding the Raptor Tooth. It's only a level 6 item in there, but we don't have any other source of con or charisma, so the loss would be too big in my opinion, so I've just left that. Raptor Tooth is a level 6 item from the Isle of Dread prequel quest in the hut in the harbour. It's very nice for this build actually, because it's got Deception for sneak attack stuff, Seeker for critical hits boosting, and Relentless Fury to boost damage in general. So it would be very nice, but the Seeker we have anyway on a different item, so I'm not too bothered about that for the moment. I'm more bothered about keeping the Charisma up for the UMD and the Con for our health, obviously. So yes, no new gear for the moment, but I do have something in store for you at 15. Keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm not just talking about Shan gear, everybody knows about that. This is something I haven't ventured into before yet in the game. So I'm looking forward to showing you those. What else have we got listed on here? I think that's about it actually for 14. So let's go ahead and get stuck into the first quest in the final part of Ravenloft saga, which is the Wizard of Wines. Again here, I think we'll get ample opportunity to demonstrate our AoE potential here. You'll be able to contrast that, I hope, with the pretty feeble efforts of earlier levels.
We spot a lone figure crouched near the entrance to the loading dock. This must be Stefania Martikov, Davian's daughter. Please find the ingredients for the
I do plan on taking Sentinel Destiny for the renewal in Epic, so I'll probably go with energy resists and spare you and myself all clicking on all these. I think 15 feet is going to be what had I said? The spring attack, because I've never used it before, and I have a spare space on my middle mouse button just waiting for it. I think I'm going to enjoy it because I liked the abundant step things on the monk and the favoured soul. And for 18 I'm thinking quicken, just for our heal spells. I think we're going to end up with cure moderate, cure serious and renewal on there, a bit like the Storm Singer did, similar anyway. And I think that should serve us okay going into Epic, at least I hope so. Although we'll be more face to face than the Storm Singer was, so you never know. So leading with Dance of Death as usual. See there, we threw the exposing strike in and straight away we got 2, because the Dance of Death gives us a chance to hit 3 for 10 seconds. I don't want to just go charging in there and expose myself to all the druids. Tell you what, we'll go with a big boost here. There are quite a lot here, aren't there? Correction, there were quite a lot. Come into my parlour, Mr. Reaper. Now, we took quite a beating there, but so did they. Leading again with Dance of Death and Growing Storm. Throw the AoE in. See again, 2 of them got bluffed out. Oh, here we go. I'd say that's pretty impressive work for a character that was struggling just to stay alive a couple of levels ago. Quite the turnaround. No boost there, that's just him on his own with his special attacks. Awesome. I gave up the cat scratch because I really wasn't using it except to break multiple boxes at once. I substituted the point on cat scratch for a sneak attack dice. I'm going straight for the casters and missile things at the back.
A cave leads down into the dark and the damp.
Same again here, leading with Dance of Death. And I think we saw there, you don't need to actually hit, you need to try to hit with it. You need to have a target to swing at. I think that's how it works, because I definitely missed with that. But the buff still triggered. Now bear in mind our weapons are ever bright, so no problem to hit ooze with these if a load of ooze do happen to pop up down here. Don't like being surrounded, that's the one thing I don't like to be right in the middle. I like to be sort of around the periphery. See, again we bluffed more than one there. I would have DDO'd here had I had it. Right, let's demonstrate on the slime. Go for it. Get the Fear Reaper out of the way. We are going to split them somewhat, but does it really matter when you're hammering away like this? We've made another Reaper, that's unfortunate. It's given me a good chance to demonstrate we're pretty strong now. I could and probably should have avoided all that, but I was feeling cocky and I wanted to show you. I'm really, really chuffed about the sudden and somewhat unexpected turnaround we've had here. So we're going round, we're going to go upstairs now. Have I still got no shield? I don't think I have I? Don't like being hacked apart by magic missiles.
A druid kneels on top of one of the huge vats. Protected by mystic wards, she is completely absorbed by her task, poisoning the wine inside the vat.
Right, now this is going to be another good test of our AoE credentials. I'm going to kind of beckon them out here. Sit in a corner so they can't get round me. The AoE's already been triggered. You can see we're bluffing several. Look at that. Actually, we bluffed more than we should there. 200... What does 200%... Does that... I always took that to mean you hit 3 automatically. But we hit much more than 3 there. I think there were 5 bluffed. So perhaps that's not quite working as intended. Well, if you don't tell them, I won't.
The Martikov family makes its home in this part of the winery.
Leading again with Dance of Death. Just a bit worried about all the stuff at the back hammering away at us, but... Ooh, boss. That's where the... Oh, crikey. Didn't see that. Anything like this is where the exposing strike comes in so handy to take the edge off them and their damage that's incoming to you, because we really don't have that great a defense. Not amazing by any means, and the AC is somewhere in between lackluster and functional for this level. Certainly not terrible, but not going to be preventing a whole lot of damage, I wouldn't have said. Okay, let's get stuck in. AoEs. Go on. Oh, love it. Look at that. Exposing strike just flattened a lot of them. Yeah, I think it's definitely hitting more than 3, that. Noted. Noted. We're going to take advantage of that. Starting here. Wow, look at that. We got them all. Smashed them. Beautiful. Learning on the job, people. That's what we're doing here. And this is going from strength to strength, I'm telling you. Come on then, if you think you're hard enough. Oh, Mr. Famine Reaper, let's give a bit more respect to you and give a boost to the situation. Oh, is there somebody still? I missed you.
Now to add the antidote to the large wine vats on the main floor of the winery.
For some reason I can't pick the remnant up. Okay, let's not spoil it now. This has gone, well, gone the way of most of them recently, actually. It's a fair representation of how things have been going of late. Just really, really positive since the level 12 came. I suppose a good number of builds can say that. Go on, hit the boosts.
Why do you insist on dying? She asks. Without their little magic gems, this winery is doomed.
Go on.
I'll slit your throat.
Now I can see a Fear Reaper down there at the bottom. What I'd like to do is just take whatever that was in the chest and get the hell out of here. Because once we've gone through here, I think that's it, isn't it? We can just recall out. What did we get in the chest?
The choking stench of the poison clears.
Was it that? I think it was a macabre Kopesh.
Thanks to you, the
Not
Wizard
today.
of Wines will produce one more vintage.
Happy days, though. I was hoping I could illustrate the newfound strength, and it didn't disappoint. That's quite some turnaround, isn't it? And the piece that fits it all together, because all this other stuff we'd had at some stage in the leveling process and still were dying horribly. So the piece that's really fitting it together is that. The Dance of Death. Can't speak enough of what that does and how it should be led with into groups of opponents. Really, really good. Okay, I think that about does it for this one. Stay tuned for the exciting new developments at 15, and hopefully they won't disappoint. Really happy with the direction we're going in at the moment. I will finish Ravenloft and then go on into the Lord's March Plaza to try again at the... I would love to have dropped the Devotion braces. That would be awesome for us, but if they don't, we'll try again another time. Thanks very much as always for looking, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.